$400. I got just to hook it up. It's gonna cost me 140. You know what I'm saying? Plus each additional mile. I'm probably 60, 70 miles from where I need to get to. He said your best bet is just to call a local one, tow it to where you was going. I guess the marina, and then you figure out how you gonna get the car there from there. So I said, all right, then we'll do that. So I'm trying to call people, and with that, the thing about it was these banks. You know what I'm saying? I got the money, but I got to go to the bank to put it in, but I ain't got no car. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like struck.
Yeah.
Them call my buddy, Jerry, this selfish ass. And
don't do that to Jerry. Don't do that to Jerry.
He always got an excuse for some reason. It doesn't even really matter.
Don't do that to Jerry.
So I say, hey, G, you know, my car broke down. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I need a ride to go, you know, get to the bank so I can put this money in there so I can go ahead and pay for the, you know, the tow thing.
What'd he say?
Oh, man, I got this all-day meeting. I got to be by the phone. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Jerry, you did him like that.
And let it be a honey calling him. I bet you got a whole different story. Oh, I'm out for the day. You know what I'm saying? But every time I ask him, he automatically asks him. Plus, I'm mad at. Anyway, I ain't gonna shut on that.
We'll carry on.
Yeah, but anyway, that was my day, and I finally got everything situated. So
it's gonna get better.
You know what I'm saying? I hope so. You know what I'm saying? But I got situated.
What's up with the next hot topics? What's up? What's going on with the news and what are we going to discuss today?
Oh, that's right. Well, let's talk about one of our co-hosts is missing today, Mr. Roman Crispin. Ro's not here today. You know, he faked out. He had to do something or something. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Roman. You know what I'm saying?
He bailing out on us today.
I don't even know why. Anyway, so he gone. So me and Cuzzo, we relax.
Cheers.
Right,
hey,
there we go. We gonna do this together. Cheers.
Wow.
I'm drinking 1738 for y'all that don't know. You know, I'm a cognac drinker. I know Miss Casamigos over there is probably on some Casamigos.
All tequila all day.
Oh, see, that's how, you know, I ain't know I had some bad stuff happen to me off some tequila some years ago. So I don't
want to touch it no more. Got you. I got you.
She had 3 eyes, y'all. That's all I was saying.
3 eyes?
3 eyes, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. Three, Trey.
Okay.
That was 20 plus years ago. I don't do the tequila. I don't really do like white liquor for real. I don't. I might do Ciroc because I like the taste of it, but I really don't because it I don't know. What they say, gin make you sin.
Gin make you sin?
That's what they say.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So, hey, anyway.
But we've been sinning before gin, so let's
but getting into,
let's carry on.
But getting into sinning, I got a situation. I want y'all to call in. If you got any ideas about this topic I'm bringing on, please, you know what I'm saying, make sure that you comment, give us a call at 480-200-9570. Again, 480-200-9570. Okay? Now, my thing is this. I got a buddy of mine. That's all I'll say. An acquaintance. Acquaintance told me that he got a child that's in college, and he said his child's girlfriend is coming in town, and I guess they decided without his permission that they was gonna stay at his house. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And he seemed a little upset with that. I say, dog, you know what I'm saying? Well, you the man in the house. You can't tell him your child he can't have company of the female persuasion spend the night at his house. And they was talking about, well, you're old fashioned. That's some 1960s stuff. Leave it to Beaver. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. So he's like, what would you do? Because, you know, my child's about to start college next year. And I'm like, nah, I wouldn't care if he was starting in 5 years from now.
He's 18.
Yeah, or if he was 23. To me, you do what we did. Go in the backseat of the car, go find a little cheap Super 8 hotel or something. You're not going to do it in my house.
So he was allowing his teenage or child to have sex in his home?
I ain't saying they was having sex, but I've been a college freshman before, so I'm thinking, you know, and his girlfriend coming to town, I'm putting 2 and 2 together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I'm not allowing that. She got to go with something. I don't mind her being over there. You know what I'm saying? They got to go though. I mean, you know, I got an older child for those who know. My oldest son is 25, 26, 25. Excuse me. And like I ain't know my older child's birthday, so they keep going up. And he had a baby, and his baby mother was at our house one day, and the door was closed. And I seen her car. That's how I know she was there. So I'm coming upstairs, and I was like, you know, man, I ran into my now ex-wife, but ran into her. I was like, you know, where the kids? He said, oh, you know, my son was little at the time. You know, little Mike is running somewhere around the house, and you know, my older son is in his room with his baby mother, with the door closed. Oh no, that door gotta be open. You know what I'm saying? What you mean? They already got a child? Doesn't matter. You want two? You know what I'm saying? But it was like I don't know if I'm mad or jealous because I couldn't do that as a child. You know what I'm saying? So I refuse.
What do you want to know?
Are you allowed? You got kids? You tell me. Are you your kid? When your son get 18, he got his little girlfriend want to come over the house. You know what I'm saying? And they've been together a year. You know what I'm saying? They probably already had sex. I don't know if they had or not, but let's assume they had or getting close to it. And it's getting late. You gonna allow the little young lady to stay over the house?
No.
Why?
That's a negative.
That's a negative?
It's a negative.
Son gets straight A's. Does that matter?
That doesn't matter. You can keep on getting straight A's, but you will not have no type of sexual interaction activities under my roof.
Okay. None?
Yeah, I'm from the old school. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Well, let me ask you. I'm about to get into your personal side.
Oh, see, there you go.
Always. That's what we do. This is what we do on Unleashed.
Go ahead.
So when you was 18 last year, did you?
Thank you for the compliment.
Okay. So would you ever consider or have you ever had sexual relations in your mama's house before you
No.
moved out?
Oh, no. Not in my mom's house because my dad was just that. He was just no. It was just certain things you just wouldn't even try to do.
Right.
But I had a boyfriend that his parents, like he had the whole basement, like that was his room. So when we were down there, they never came downstairs. So I'm like, wait a minute. What, like, your parents, are they cool with us being down here?
Right.
You know, like that. They ain't never bother him. So,
Really?
yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to parents that trust their kids.
But,
You know what I'm saying?
but he was a little bit older than me. But my thing is, me personally, like, no, I can't. I just no. Not my kids. Baby is different because it's my kids. You know, when the tables turn and you like, well, wait a minute, hold on, you got kids now. Because let me ask you this: Would you have done that at your girl's house if her parents allowed it when you were like 18, 19, 20 or whatever?
I would have, but I wouldn't have been. Okay, at 18, I'm a different person than I am now. You know what I'm saying?
We're going way back.
Right.
We're going way
so
back.
yeah,
We're not talking
18.
about us now,
But at 18, I couldn't. Truth being told, full disclosure, I couldn't find sex at 18 for real.
I don't believe that.
I couldn't. They was doing some other stuff. You had to do more. I understand now that they might be a little loose with it, whatever. But or they wasn't rocking with C. I mean, you know,
I don't believe that.
it was.
Viewers don't believe that.
Whatever. I'm trying to tell you, we couldn't. You know, it was hard to find it. It was easier at 22, but it was at 18. It was a problem. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was. You know, hey, you know. Isaac says no comment. But yeah,
He's not telling the truth, huh?
for real. I mean, what I don't.
No,
I
but
don't.
some parents they are like cool with that. Me seeing my son bring a girl over to the house, and I'm like, nah, y'all in their room. She in the room.
Right.
Nah, I'm with you. Door gotta be open.
Right.
What y'all doing?
So I wouldn't care where the girl came from. I don't care what school she went to. Who. It doesn't even really matter. You know what I'm saying? Do what we did. You know what I'm saying? We did the Super 8 hotel or, you know what I'm saying, backseat of the car. What's up?
Backseat in the car.
Right, you know.
Movie theater.
Right, but.
Drive-through movie.
Right. But I just can't imagine them my son coming in the house and say, yeah, this is Tasha, and then we going upstairs.
Yeah.
Man, please, I'm going to hurt that boy. You know what I'm saying?
So that's people to call and say.
Anybody got a call or comment on that conversation, please call us up at 480-200-9570 for those that have kids, or what would you do? You know, because one thing about that, shout outs to the people not shout outs, but you know who know more about kids than anybody else? Kids, parents, adults that don't have kids. You ever notice that adults that don't have kids will tell you how you should raise your child and be like, that was mine. He wouldn't ever do that. I would do this, this, and this.
I listen to parents who don't have kids.
Yeah. I just think that's odd.
It's odd, but it's like for some reason, I think because they see so much when they see other people who have kids, so they know what not to do and what to do. So they see it so much, so they have the answers, but they really are, they be on point sometimes.
That's
Especially
crazy to me.
My niece is like that. She has no kids, but for some reason she'll call and say, so-and-so's mom should do this, X, Y, Z, or shouldn't do this and that, and she's on point. I can't, as a parent, I couldn't disagree with her.
Okay.
You know.
But I think somehow that changes when you have kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember my sister.
True.
My sister when
yes.
My sister when she had her child, and I'm the baby, so she was the first one to have kids and come from the family, and you know me and my sister, you know we used to catch a woman all the time. So she said the same thing. She said, "I'm not gonna hit my child. I'm not gonna discipline my child. No, like mom did that. And no respect. We just come from that house. I'm not saying they was abusing us or nothing like that, but they, you know, it was quick. You know, moms get you. I mean, pops did it too, but he was vicious with it. Mom just, you know, unexpected. You know, you better open that door for that lady. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Back smack you if you didn't. You know what I'm saying? Or I used to get in trouble for being in adult conversation, and which I don't think kids get in trouble for that no more.
No, they don't.
Yeah, that's a problem for me.
I personally was involved in heated, explicit conversations, just adults, and the kids are around. Not my kids, like the friends, and I'm looking at them like, okay, your child need to leave. But then the child is involved in the conversation. I'm like, whoa, hold up.
Right,
you know,
right.
Yeah.
So So you like me one of the old students because
I'm from old.
But I used to get it all the time. You know what I'm saying?
You don't do that.
I was at my mom's job one time, and I'm probably like 7, 8 years old, and so my mom's name when her coworkers told my mom that she would see her. I guess I'm gonna see you on Monday, which was an inside joke because my mother wasn't coming to work on Monday.
Right.
And my mother was like, "Yeah, you'll see me on Monday. That's like 2 and 2 = 5," which means she wasn't coming.
Right.
So me being a kid and hearing the wrong math fact, you know what I'm saying? I just said, mommy, 2 + 2 is 4, not 5. So I'm thinking she about to hug me like, oh, my son is so smart, this and that.
No.
When I came to her, she backsmacked the hell out of me back. You know what I'm saying? Boy, what I tell you about getting your stuff out of grown folks' business? And I was confused because I thought I was wrong or something. You know what I'm saying? So it's a situation where, you be like, man, I don't even understand why I got hit. But as you got older and started, getting kids of your own, then you understand. Oh,
it's
my God.
Totally different when you have kids.
Yeah. Or
versus when you don't have kids.
Or have you ever had your child? I know your child's what, 10 and
10 and 11.
10 and 11. Have they, how you go in the grocery store and you put stuff on the bottom cart? So we going through the line. The cashier didn't see the stuff on the bottom, which is some big ticket items. You know what I'm saying?
Telling yourself.
So, yeah, I mean, we had cases of water, things but she only got the stuff that was in the basket. And she's like, and she rang it up. And so it's like, it's, $127.18 or something like that. So I said all loud to my father, Daddy, she didn't get the stuff on the bottom. And then that made her look, oh, thank you, son, thank you. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, my father gave me that look like I'm going to tear his ass up and get this cop. You know what I'm saying? So, I learned, after a while.
Be quiet.
Yeah,
Don't say
just be
anything.
quiet.
Right.
Which I think is a problem because some people don't know how to be quiet.
Right.
And that is a problem. I think in school we knew. Like my child, for instance, my child feel like he wants the last word. Or if he says something, I say, don't say it. Daggone, don't say another damn word. He'll say, okay, which is another word. You know what I'm saying? Then I go off. You know what I'm saying? But I
He
noticed
knows what buttons to push.
him and my sister. My sister still, I'm a grown man. My sister would still push my buttons as evidence. I remember the time we had a show and my sister called me in the middle of the show
Yes.
on some other stuff.
Right.
I came back done. I'm like, man, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? So these people be on some stuff here. But let me pay some bills real quick. I gotta go. We got a couple of announcements here. This show is brought to you by it's the best healthcare. I can't say the name. ESA Health Center. ESA Health Center. Primary care, medical weight loss. They're out there in Waldorf. Anybody know Waldorf on 11750 Business Park Drive, suite number 103 in Waldorf. Don't let the fact that I butchered their name stop you from calling them. Saying they about our sponsors. We love our sponsors because they bring stuff to the community that you need to hear about. You know what I'm saying? So anybody going through needs some primary care, medical weight loss, that was coming without the surgical part, because you see a lot of people with medical loss and went under the knife with it. You know what I'm saying? They counsel, they help you out all types of ways. Make sure y'all go check them out. Their phone number is area code 240-419-3865. They also on Facebook and Instagram at EFH Center. That's E like elephant, F as in Frank, H as in health center. .net.com. Okay, check them out on Facebook or what's your name? Instagram. Okay, and make sure you mention Carlton. So that way, just hey, Carlton told me to check you out. That way, they can know all the millions of people I'm trying to bring to them going on. We also brought to you by Day on the Bay. So if you're ever looking for something to do for your summertime pleasure, and you're looking for a boat ride where we just take you out on the Potomac. You rode on it before, Miss Jones.
Plenty of times. Almost every other weekend I'm out there.
See, that's how it is.
And it's a beautiful experience, you guys. If you've never been on a boat, trust me, you're going to have the best time of your life. Once you go on the first time, you're going to want to go back again and again. So I'm every other,
week
2 or 3 times a week, yeah. I'm out there.
I mean, are there drinks on this thing?
Yes.
Okay, got drinks on. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Drinks.
If they want to smoke 420 friendly, or got cigar. I had some cigar smokers on last week. They had about 5 or 6 cigar smokers. I ain't understand. I used to be a blunt guy back in the day, right?
You should have called me.
But I never understood cigars. But I guess it's the taste. You know what I'm saying?
Cigars is just that taste. It's that lifestyle too.
Lifestyle of the richer flavor.
When you smoke a cigar, you want a whole nother different class of, and that's an expensive habit. So, people that smoke cigars, shout out to you.
Yeah. Well, anyway, one of the topics I wanted to talk about today is redlining. You know what redlining is, Miss Jones?
I know a little bit about it.
I got you. But those that don't know, a question came to me. Somebody was like, but back in the day, how come it seemed like all the black people lived around each other? You know what I'm saying? You didn't see like blacks in affluent parts of the states or whatever. You didn't see that. And it kind of came at me, asked why? Why you don't see that? You know what I'm saying? Why would you live in this area when you could have lived over here? And a lot of times we think it's just the income or they made some things. They got this practice called redlining, RADLINING, redlining, or LINING. Excuse me, I can't even spell right now. Redlining as a process was it was a part of the New Deal with Franklin Delano Roosevelt, where they was trying to increase home ownership among the white middle class people. Okay, however, they also had a thing in it. They said we don't mind giving these low interest loans for these homes that they started in the 30s, provided that you do not sell homes to African Americans or other nationalities. Okay. Hispanic, things of that nature. So these homes went to all Caucasians. Okay, this is from the 1930s. This is government policy. Okay, so redlining comes is they say, hey, we're gonna make it so we're gonna have a map, and we will put in red so you will know. Okay, these are the only places where blacks will be able to buy houses where they were in the red. If they try to buy a house that was in a white section or blue or yellow, whatever color code it was on the thing, they was unable to get a home. But they would do it like this. Let's say you can afford it. So you can afford a house in your town, a white affluent part of town. And he's like, hey, I'm going to do it. The problem was you wouldn't be able to get no one to back your loan, okay? You wouldn't get anybody, insurance company say, hey, we're going to go ahead and make sure we sure that Miss Jones over here is going to pay her mortgage, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to back the loan. And they would not do that, right? So therefore, blacks were forced to live in certain parts. Right, and redlining was standard government policy. This is a policy. They followed it for 40 years. It started in 1933 and then until 1972. The same one that polices that stuff now was the housing authority. The homeowners. It's just like the things they would do to us. And I'm reading about them. Like so a lot of times we didn't get the house. We was in there in the black part of town. And only reason we was there was because we couldn't get a house nowhere else. And the reason why they didn't want us there?
Why?
They thought that we was going to bring down the value of the houses. So we bring down the value of the houses, that's bad business. So we don't want them in the house. So many people that would refuse to sell the houses to black folks and things of that nature. So we was always kind of forced to be able to be in a certain section, which was a lower end of town.
So is that a little bit like gentrification? Because is that kind of happening a little bit now?
It is. Well,
In
in 1972, they put a stop to it. Okay, but this could be one of the conversations going all day. I would say just now they would do a situation where you would get a house. Okay, you would try to apply for a home, so you would get turned down for a reason that a Caucasian wouldn't get turned down. Okay, and so then you think that's a regular, normal part of business. Oh, I didn't get approved for this house, so therefore, oh well.
Right.
But I got these houses over here, and they'll be lovely for you. And so you go and you buy a house over here, but it's in the lower part of town. Might take you long to get to work. It's not in the central city area or downtown, things of that nature. So this being a regular policy for 40 plus years, they came in there and took over. Now gentrification, what's going on now, especially in DC. DC, for those that don't know, gentrification is when you get semi of the Caucasians coming back into town, and so they're coming into the central city area. DC used to be known as Chocolate City. It was 80% black. This was going 30 years ago. Okay, 80% black. I remember going as a young kid, and I used to hear all CC. You know what all CC mean? All CC was like all Chocolate City, because DC was Chocolate City. But the white folks came in with a vengeance. They came in and they've been taking over city after city, and so you see so much of what they call the black flight leaving and going out to the suburbs and things of that nature. And some of the white folks are coming in. When I used to live in New Orleans, it's certain houses in New Orleans. I used to live in the 7th Ward. Shout out to all those people from New Orleans. In the 7th Ward has always been a historically black area. When I lived on this one street called Dergenois, man, it was a rough area, all black. 20 years later, man, you can't find a black person on Dergenois. And I seen it. It's happened to go. Somebody sent me a video, and I was like, wow. I could not believe what 20 years would do to you. You think 20 years is a short amount? To me, it's a short amount of time. But it's like to see a whole neighborhood. I see it in D.C., in my neighborhood in D.C. Mine used to be, it's probably 1 or 2 white families on the block. Right now, it's probably, 40, 50%, So that's the gentrification, and they're coming in. But the prices are going up so high in D.C., a lot of black people can't afford to stay there. Or some of them are getting houses, some of the houses were passed down to generation, and a lot of times the kids, mama died or grandma died, and so therefore we're going to sell it and get to the houses where we want to get to. So a lot of times that's what was going on with the gentrification. So they got the money, but then they go out to areas that they was no longer welcome in at one time, So it's crazy, but yeah,
that's interesting though.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a lot of stuff.
And it's very, very interesting. Everybody should, do your research.
Please
that's
do.
Some serious stuff, and I know a little bit of the Amazon series called Them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that was based on that too.
Okay. I haven't seen that yet.
That is real good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's good.
Like that?
It's good.
All right, it was good. Okay, I got to check that out. It's a lot of stuff that I'm seeing now on TV. This stuff that has a lot of, like I've seen stories that I'm seeing one called Monster. Have you seen Monster?
I haven't seen Monster yet.
Monster with ASAP Rocky.
No, I haven't seen that yet.
That's my movie. Oh yeah, damn. Just a little. I ain't gonna tell you about the story, but it's about a little kid from New York. Good kid. He goes to a talented and gifted school. He wants to be in film. He wants to do movies. 17 years old. Good kid. I mean, didn't hang out on the corner, none of that. Father was an architect. Mom was a white collar worker as well. And he took pictures. And so this, I'm gonna call him a thug guy. It's played by ASAP Rocky. He befriended him. And he got him to know the area. Like, hey, let me tell you about this area you live in, because I don't think you understand. He said, you see that laundromat right there? Laundromat been here 20 years. Why you think you ain't never seen nobody bring no laundry in there? How come when you walk past it don't smell like fabric softener or detergent? He's like, I don't know. He said, because it's the front. They're not doing clothes in there. And they know they're not doing clothes in there. You know what I'm saying? He's letting them know about his neighborhood that he previously didn't know. And then all of a sudden, he's not friends with him, but he's friendly with him. But the guy would look out for him. One time they showed an episode where a guy was trying to fight the little guy. But the hustler kind of looked over there because he's always near, and the guy seen him. He's like, "Oh, let me. I didn't know that was your man." You know what I'm saying? And so situation he got. I ain't gonna tell you what happened, but he got in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Wrong place, wrong time
I'm
type
gonna
thing.
check it out.
Man,
I'm gonna check it out.
watch that. Y'all get a chance on Netflix. Watch Monster. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my new rule. You know what I'm saying? I didn't watch it like 3 times. Another one also is called The Banker. The Banker deals with like redlining issues.
Oh, okay.
The Banker is about a guy in California who went and started buying a lot of property. What he would do was he would buy the companies in a Caucasian person's name. You know what I'm saying? And then therefore they was the unseen partners. And they was running things. They was running the whole situation. And then they said they tried to go down south with it because they was in California. And they said, we going to go down south because the guy was from Alabama. He said, man, well, I want to do this in my hometown. Because he went to go visit his hometown, which was very racist. And he's like, man, I think we can. So they tried to take over a bank. Well, ain't no try, they did.
He did.
And
I'm
yeah,
gonna
but
check that out too.
yeah, but you know, it's too many eyes on him. You know, it's just, yeah. So that didn't work out too well for him. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's how things go in these days situations. So that.
So let the callers know and the viewers know that next week we're gonna have some steamy.
You tell them about it.
steamy
What,
hot
what time we coming on right now? Excuse us for coming on a little late. We had a
Yeah.
tornado activity
Yeah,
out here in DC,
yeah.
and that DC don't get tornadoes. This is not the Midwest.
Right.
But so when you get tornadoes coming to DC area, so I was coming, I had to pull over for real. The rain was coming so hard, so fierce, so strong. You ever been in the rain where you can't see 2 feet in front of you?
Yeah. You got to
Everybody,
stop.
yeah, gotta
You have to
stop. But then you scared because can't nobody see you.
Somebody could hit you.
So I saw a Burger King on the side. It was crazy. It was 50 cars at the Burger King.
You put your hazards on, right?
Man, I did, but that don't even really matter. You know what I'm saying? Shock, I see you, boy. What's going on with you? You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
we here every Thursday.
every Thursday. What time we here?
6:30 sharp.
6:30 sharp. Even though we wasn't 6:30 sharp, but some things can't be wrong.
Yeah, the
We gonna be
storm
here with a
kinda
full
messed that
cast. And Miss Jones said we got some steamy topic. So what's the steamy topic? You talking about how hot the weather is? What you talking
Nah,
about?
I want to keep it a secret for next week's show, guys. Please stay tuned.
You gonna give them a whole week? You ain't gonna give them
Yeah,
something
I'm
to go
gonna give
on?
y'all a whole week. I want y'all to just be surprised. Just to stay tuned. Stay
I mean, what
tuned.
y'all talking about? Like with size matters or something like
Yeah,
that?
it's gonna be one of those.
Oh, one of
topics.
those.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those topics.
Okay. I'm about to watch y'all. Hey, y'all see Miss Jones? Y'all don't think that she just a little. I ain't gonna
A
tell you
little
about it.
angel.
You know what I'm saying?
I am.
You're like, angel. I hear you. You know. But like I said, it's time to go. We just up here till 7:30. You know, so we started a little late. So we just came in. We didn't go by our regular programming for today, but we appreciate each and every one of y'all watching live. That can't wait to see y'all next week. So make sure we here. I'm gonna put out word on Facebook and Instagram and things of that nature. Make sure you check out A Day on the Bay. Make sure you also check out the Ezra Health Center. You know, we just out here just trying to do what we do, trying to give everybody a voice out here. So, you know, appreciate everybody calling in, things of that nature. Everybody that's been watching from weeks on, we might revisit some of them topics because I get a lot of people when I'm in the streets to be like, see, man, we should bring this up or we should bring up. I think we also want to go longer, too. So.
Right.
Are we?
Yeah, we're gonna go long.
Okay, so I think we're doing, what, 6 to 7:30? Hour and a half? They not ready.
They not ready.
They
They're
not
not ready.
Right?
These shows right here, we just warming up. Y'all be ready.
We coming with that anyway. Let me stop here. That's one of my goals. Anyway, I appreciate y'all watching on Facebook, social media, and everywhere. We gotta get ready to get out of here. So at the same time, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Y'all be easy. Peace.
Always love.
Always love.
Yes.
Gotcha. I don't even think. Oh. Peace.
Where's our producer? I know. I think so too. Are you gonna call O?
About to go live there.
You ready to go live again? Go ahead.
I think we still live. My producer then gone, y'all. So at the same time, since we have this here no air, so oh, there you go. It was done. I think we ended. I think we still on.